Salutations, Futboleros. Well, I just want to cut through the chase, and with the recent loss against Villarreal at home, Barcelona are in a downward spiral once again, as the news have already broke out last night that Xavi Hernandez, the manager of Barcelona, announces that he is definitely going to leave at the end of the season at June 30th. And you know what? I'm just gonna put my hands up. May have pushed Xavi through the edge of pressuring him on leaving this club, and it's all on me. And there's a lot of things to unpack once again with this game. Maybe a little dive deep on what's going on with the matchup for Barcelona against Villarreal. Maybe not. But I really would like to discuss about Xavi's statement about why he is definitely going to leave by the end of the season. So let's do this. It was pretty much a shocking announcement through the press, and pretty much everyone who is so-called Barcelona fans, well, myself included, I'm not afraid to admit that one. I've done a lot of videos to pressure Xavi to leave Barcelona, especially that yesterday's or a few days ago with that Copa del Rey defeat against Athletic Bilbao. Yeah, I really pushed too much. It's pretty much my fault entirely, I guess. Maybe this is pretty much my fault. But he has something to say towards the press about the recent announcement of his departure by the end of the season. He said that, and I quote, "Before you ask me those pertinent questions, today I want to announce that as of June 30th, I will not continue as the Barcelona coach. We have been talking about it with Joan Laporta, and as a culé, I think that the club needs a dynamic change." I think what he said about dynamic change is pretty much understandable. I can completely understand his decision and pretty much all the pressures from the media and of course myself and other so-called Barcelona fans who really could not stand him because of the poor results throughout the season, from the recent El Clasico defeat, the one in the Super Cup as well, and also those poor results in the group stage of the Champions League, and now even the elimination of the Copa del Rey, and now this horrendous result against Villarreal at home, which is pretty much justifiable with his own actions, and I cannot put the blame on that one. I cannot complain on his decision. Maybe it is the right thing to do. And as a culé, thinking about the club and the players, I think they will be free themselves and will be calmer. Well, I don't know if they were going to say about them if they are really that calm about this decision about you leaving the club. I mean, it's his choice. I completely understand with what he is going on with that one. I mean, that said, I will give my best in the remaining 4 months. I think we can have a good season and hope for a dynamic change. And I guess I got nothing else to say, but I have to agree. I know we've been through a lot of hell this season, and pretty much last season it was pretty much hell from the get-go. We did win La Liga and the Spanish Super Cup with him last season, which really is an okay achievement from Xavi, and I have some respect for him of making this decision. I know his reputation as a legend could be tarnished if he stayed that long, and pretty much what he said about becoming the next Sir Alex Ferguson of Barcelona is pretty much justified. Again, that there won't be another Sir Alex Ferguson of Barcelona. He cannot stay that long for like 5 to 10 or 20 years. It's impossible for a football manager to stay that long in this club. I mean, look what happened to Pep Guardiola. He was absolutely burnt from his career as a manager from 2011, and he did the right thing to do to leave the club, give a time off, and then he come back to Bayern Munich and then to Manchester City, and he got himself a successful run in the club. The pressures of being a manager is definitely real, I know, and especially with the recent announcement of Jurgen Klopp leaving Liverpool by the end of the season as well, it really does put a lot of more questions than answers to who will going to take the job for Liverpool or Barcelona. that remains to be seen for now. I can really understand his decision that he's been putting a lot of scrutiny and a lot of criticism towards the so-called Barcelona fans, and even myself, I can totally admit that it's all on me for I've been pressuring too much on Xavi to leave the club, and I may have put a lot of negativity towards this club, and I'm at fault for putting a lot of things that really stain Xavi's name, and I can admit that I have been a very sour Barcelona fan for quite a long time now. I've been saying a lot of bad things about Ronald Koeman leaving the club, especially Kike Setien during the 8-2 defeat against Bayern during the pandemic, and also Ernesto Valverde, who just bottled against Liverpool during the match against them at Anfield, which I've been very negative whenever there's a new manager or a current manager who's been overstayed his welcome and didn't deliver this much promise to bring a lot of success. Right now, Xavi already announced that he is going to leave by the end of the season. I think we should start now as a Barcelona fan to stop thinking about negative and irrational things this season. We should just at least be thankful for Xavi for what he had done. Of course, we cannot forget for what he brought to the club. He appointed during November, during that horrendous result from Ronald Koeman again in El Clasico, which didn't do much for him. This was his decision to leave the club for sure. I honestly can't put into words how everything's going on right now. I honestly could not sleep last night. I could not stop thinking about this horrendous result against Villarreal. Believe me, I tried to get some sleep, and I can't stay awake. I really can't. And especially with that news of Xavi leaving the club by the end of the season, it hurts for me and as a Barcelona fan to hear that news about. I am holding accountable for this for pressuring him to leave, and then we should just be grateful for Xavi throughout the season, and we should not be negative about anything going through. We should just count the months and hope for the better, that he will going to leave this club on a high, with or without titles. Believe me, there will be the Champions League coming this February. Whether if he lose or win, we should just be grateful for what Xavi have done to this team. Even though there will be plenty of losses coming for us, there'll be more refereeing decisions that may come in their way. We should just at least be positive for now. We should just stop being negative. I don't want to go any further of putting too much pressure on Xavi. I think this has gone far enough for me, and I would like to say something to Xavi if he is watching this right now, or probably not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I put you a lot of pressure. I'm sorry I have stained your name as a legend, and I am holding accountable, and I'm taking responsibilities of my action for a lot of it. A lot that I said about you throughout the season is all on me, and I have to take accountable, and I do have to apologize for that. And I hope this season, until the end of June, we will going to make sure that his season will leave on a high, if we will going to stay on the top 4, and we can guarantee we will be on top 4, because I know Atletico Madrid will come back with a tie or even a win. We might even end up losing our top 4 spot. So our target right now is top 4. So that's pretty much I'm going to say about that one. And I hope for the best for Xavi on his endeavors in his next path. And I hope he'll take his time off, probably with his family and his kids. And this really needs it. He really does need to take a break from this managerial bull crap. And yeah, there's nothing much I can say about it. The news really shocked most of me and the rest of the Barcelona fan base, and I hope all these so-called Barcelona fans should be held accountable, like I hold myself accountable for this pressuring Xavi by leaving the end of the season. They should be held accountable for their mistakes, even myself included. So, yeah. Anyway, I have nothing else to talk about. The collection review for Jurgen Klopp on this one will be on tomorrow, I guess. I mean, there'll be more match review coming your way very soon. Until then, give a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.